Hi everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. In today's video, I have two new confetti lid boxes for you, and these are perfect for Christmas. We're getting ready to celebrate Christmas in July, and I'm all excited about these two new projects. So this was the 4th of July confetti top box. Get that in the camera. And it came with the little tag that says let's celebrate. You pull the lid off and then you can fill it up with all kinds of treats. And then if you didn't see the video, I also took the same pattern and I did it with acetate on the bottom so that the box was clear, and then the pieces, the embellishment panels, I cut out of vinyl. So you can do that with these two boxes that I'm going to show you today. I've not done them in the acetate, but that is still an option. So we have two of them. Let's go ahead and get started. The first one is the Christmas stripes, and I will show you what is in the file, and then we'll go ahead and assemble it. I hope you'll be patient with me. I've got my annual summer cold going, so my voice is a little scratchy and I might start coughing. Just be patient with me. Okay, so what comes with this is we have a tag, and this says Merry Christmas. There's this tag that's printable, or there's a blank one if you want to hand stamp or write your own sentiment, and then the tag. We have the embellishment pieces. So for the bottom of the box, I'm going to slide this off. For the bottom of the box, you'll have 4 of these pieces that have the stripes and the ribbon. And then you will have 4 of the background pieces, and I just cut mine out of white. You can cut them out of any color you want, and that is optional. If you want the color of the box to show through, then you can just cut out this piece and not worry about the background. Completely up to you. And then you'll have the box bottom. For the lid, you again have 4 embellishment panels or decorative panels, and they go on the bottom, and there are 4 blank pieces that go behind it. So you can put this on the white or printed paper or whatever you want to cut that out of and decorate your box, or you can just use this piece. And then finally you'll have the top embellishment panels for the top of your lid, and there's 4 of those. And then you have your lid. So let's go ahead and assemble the box first. I'm going to push the lid out of the way, and there is our box piece. There are 4 score lines going down, and then there's 1 going across the bottom. We're going to take all of those and fold them down towards the desk. Excuse me. So I'm just going to fold it and score it. There was their tab. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to take those bottom tabs and we're going to score them down as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, before we fold up the box, we're going to go ahead and decorate it first. It's just easier that way. So I'm going to take my the stripe piece and the background piece, and I'm going to glue that together. And I'm going to use a little glue bottle. And you actually want to just get glue on the stripes. Don't worry about the top of the bow right now, because it's going to not fit onto that back piece. So slide that to the side. Just line that up. I know my white background is on a white desk, so that might be kind of hard to see on the camera. I'll hold it up. That's what it's going to look like. So we're going to do that for each one of those. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the stripes. I'm not even getting the sides. And then line that up, match it up on the bottom and the sides. quite even. That's okay. And we'll do that 2 more times. Excuse me. I don't know why it is. It seems like every year, the end of June, 1st of July, I get this stupid summer cold. It just is what it is. All right, so now once those are done, we're going to go ahead and glue them onto our box. And this time we do want to get some glue or tape on the top of that bow so that it holds down just nice and flat. Slide those to the side. And we're just going to put them down and move this up so that they're straight across and they are in between the score lines. And I lifted it or raised it from that bottom score line, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. It's not very high up. I'm just eyeballing it. You don't have to measure it out or anything, but you do want to get it fairly low, or the lid when you put it on your box is going to cover that up, and you don't want that. Okay. Okay, once you have those on there, then we can go ahead and assemble this box or fold it up. So I'm going to take my tape runner. Again, you could do this with glue. And I'm going to put tape down the side tab. Oops, get that on there very straight. And now while it's facing up, I'm going to put tape on the 2 smaller tabs, the shorter tabs on the bottom. Okay, we're going to flip it over so that it's upside down or right side down. And we are going to put tape on the 2 larger tabs. Just like that. Now all we need to do is bring this together. And I do like to fold it flat on the desk, but because I've put glue or tape on those tabs, sometimes they stick. So you kind of need to be careful. See, there we go. Okay. Then we're going to turn it upside down. You're going to take the 2 thinner tabs and push them in first. Square that bottom up. Turn 1 tab down. And then turn the other large tab down. And there is the box. Ready to go. Okay, so for the lid, it's pretty much the same thing. We're going to score it first, and there's a bunch of score lines on the lid. So we have the 2 tabs, we have score lines going down, and then we have score lines going horizontally or across. So we want to take these and we're going to fold them down. The same with the ones, the vertical. Just make sure everything is folded down, creased nice and sharp. Okay, and then we're going to take this horizontal line that's along the bottom and we're going to fold them down or away from you towards the desk. Okay, then we're going to take these that are in the middle going horizontal and we're going to fold them up. And then last, we will take these on the top, going horizontal, and fold them down again. So that when you fold it, it looks like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and decorate this one as well. So I'm going to take first my the scalloped pieces and just add some glue to them, or you could use your tape runner, whichever one. And you're just going to add it right along there so there's a little bit of shadow showing behind it. I'll do this for all 4 pieces. The 4th of July box that I did, the confetti top lid, the pieces were straight across. This one, I made them scalloped. I thought for Christmas they needed a little more, I don't know, a little more embellishment, a little more something. The boxes are all the same size, so you could change them out, the different lids, if you wanted to. I'm working on some right now for Halloween that are going to be even more different. Okay, so now we have our 4 tabs, or our 4 backgrounds, excuse me, and our 4 stripes. We're just going to add the stripes to the background. These are square, so it doesn't really matter which direction you go with them. You will probably want your stripes all running in the same direction though. So that's up to you. See how these 2 are laying here and they're going in the opposite direction? When I put them on the box, I'm going to want them to go the same direction. And I'm kind of hurrying through this, so you could take a little more time and make it a little more precise. Make sure everything lines up just the way it should. Oops. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and put those on my box. So for this one, I'm going to just do the tape. I'll just line those up so they're right in between all the score lines. And you can see that some of those backgrounds, I didn't get them lined up exactly right. I always start hurrying when I'm doing these videos because I don't want to take too long. All right, okay, now we're going to put tape on the 2 tabs. And we're going to fold it over, match up those tabs. Just like that. And just like that. There is our lid. And we're just going to go ahead and tie that closed here in a second. We can take our tag, and I'm taking the printable part, and I'm going to tape it right onto the solid tag. Slip my lid on there. Now this is tight, so you might have to just squeeze the side just to get it lined up. Or not to get lined up, to get it to fit in there, and then it pops back out. And there is your box. So let's go ahead and get some twine. I think I'll just use some of this thin yarn, thread, whatever it is, twine. And then we're just going to take our box, or our string, excuse me, and you're going to wrap it around the middle part of that lid and pull it really tight to close it. And I like to tie mine with a double knot. And then you can add your tag. You could also do this with curling ribbon. That would be really pretty, I think. Lots of fun colors, and it would just make it look really holiday-ish with some curling ribbon or some tulle. holiday ribbon, anything that you've got on hand. Okay, once you've got it tied and you've got your loops the way you want it, go ahead and trim that off. And there is our Christmas striped confetti lid box. And you could fill it with so many fun little Christmas treats. Great time in July to get started on these projects, especially if you're going to be doing a whole lot of them. Okay, the next one is, whoops, it's stuck. The next one is the Peppermint Twist. And the tag on this says, wishing you sweet holidays. And again, I've done this with a blank tag or this tag, so you can use your own sentiment if you want to. And then I'm going to show you the pieces on this one as well. So for the box, you have the box, and then you'll have 4 of your peppermint twists and 4 of the backgrounds. And your lid is the same, so you will have 4 of the scalloped edges. But then this is where the difference comes in. So you have these peppermint twists, and you have the cellophane that the twists are in. So I cut them from 2 different materials. I did them from acetate, and I really, really like the way the acetate looks. However, I'm afraid it's not going to show up in the pictures, so I also cut it out of vellum. You could do either one, or you don't have to do this piece if you would rather not have your twists wrapped up. And then we have the twists, which have the twist part and the background, and then your background square. And you'll have 4 of those. So while this piece is here, let's do this one first. Let's do the lid first. I'm gonna move all of those off there. And we're going to take our score lines. Again, there's 4 vertical score lines. The tab, 1, 2, 3. And those are all going to get scored down towards the desk or away from you. Okay, then you have 3 horizontal score lines. So this bottom one, we're going to score those down towards the desk or away from you. Just think of the way that the box or the lid is going to fold. Okay, then the middle one, they're going to be scored towards us. And then the top ones, again, will be scored towards the desk or away from us. Okay, and we can go ahead and decorate this up. So I have my scalloped decorative panels right here. And there are 4 of those. Oh, let's get it on there straight. And I love pink and red for Christmas, but if you are not a pink person, you could do this in just about any color that you wanted to, any Christmas color. Green and red, yellow, gold. It would be so pretty done up in gold. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our twists. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on those twist pieces and then center it onto the circle. Oops, I pulled you out of the camera. Okay. So again, because you didn't see that first piece, I was out of the camera range. I'm going to go ahead and put glue on those twisted parts. And then just lay it onto the white circle. And one more. Put it right there on that white circle. All right, on this one, I'm going to do it just a little bit different, and I'm going to go ahead and add these background squares first. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take my tape runner and just get a little bit of tape on each side of that. And then go ahead and center that onto your square in between your score lines. And one more. And then you can decide if you want your wrap to be underneath your peppermint twist or on top of your peppermint twist. Doesn't really matter. I think if I were doing the acetate, I would do it on top, but because I'm going to do the vellum for photos, I'm going to put it on the bottom. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of tape. Make sure that you don't get any glue above this score line. So if I hold this up, you can hang your tag or your twist so that it's above the score line if you want to, but you don't want to put any glue above that score line, any tape or glue, because then the box or the lid won't fold properly. So a little bit more tape. And I'm just going to kind of put these on here random so that they're not in any particular order as far as where the wrap pieces go. Okay, and while I have this going, I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment to my tag, just so that it's ready. Okay, now we're going to add tape to the two tabs on the side. And then fold it up. I'm just going to fold this over, get a sharp edge. I like to do the bottom first, and then at the top, another sharp edge. And we can go ahead and set that aside while we finish the box. So here's our box. Let's move all of these pieces to the side. And we have the 4 score lines that are going vertical and the 1 score line that goes across the bottom horizontally. We want to turn everything down towards the desk or away from us. And depending on where you purchase this file, it comes with the dashed attached score lines or the solid unattached score lines. So it depends on which software you're using and which machine you're using, what you'll want to choose. Okay. So once those are all scored down, we can go ahead and decorate that box. So I'm going to just Take my little glue gun or glue bottle. Oh. And add glue randomly. Don't need to get every little piece. We just want enough that it'll stick down. And then go ahead and place that on your background piece. And set it aside. We'll do that 3 more times. So tell me in the comments down below what you would fill these boxes with. There are a lot of fun ideas. I was thinking some Christmas socks would be fun, or Christmas tie, chocolate covered pretzels. That is one of my favorites to give away at Christmas time. We make the large pretzels that are dipped in chocolate, and they would fit in those little boxes so perfectly. Macaroon cookies, I think. Depends on how big your macaroons were, but some of those smaller ones. Lots and lots of things that you could do with this box. So yeah, leave a comment. Tell me what you'd do with it. Okay, come on, one more. All right, then we can just go ahead and add those to the box. I'm going to put tape on it. Bring my box down here. And again, we're going to go about an 1/8, not an 1/8, about a 1/16 of an inch off the bottom. Excuse me. And if you were doing this on the acetate box, you could cut the twist, the peppermint twist, out of your vinyl and put them on your acetate box, and then you can see through the box and see your treats inside. I just think that is such a fun and different way to give a treat. And if you've noticed something on here, it doesn't really matter, but I have these little twists all on the left-hand side except for this one. I just put it on upside down, but it's not going to make a difference. Nobody's going to notice if you don't point it out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put tape along that side right there. And then we're going to put tape along the 2 bottom shorter tabs. Flip it over and put tape along the 2 fatter bottom tabs. Or taller, fatter, taller, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's go ahead and fold this box up. Match up that side so that you get a nice, crisp, even corner. And I really do like to just fold them down, but you got to keep those tabs from gluing to themselves. Okay. Flip it over. Push the 2 short tabs in first. Then push one of the tall tabs and the second tall tab. And there's your box. We're going to slip this lid on. And then we're going to go ahead and tie it closed and add the tag. Actually, I'm going to double that. So maybe I didn't cut it long enough. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just tie that in a knot, pull it tight. I like to add a second knot. We can add our tag. Wishing you sweet holidays. Wishing you sweet holidays. There we go. And there is our candy twist box. Such a fun way to give a little Christmas gift. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me today. Please hit subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.